G'day everyone, I'm Jason, and today we're going to look at adding a more advanced HTML section so that we can customize it with some HTML we've learnt before. So first of all, I'm going to zoom in a little just to show you what I'm clicking on. I've gone back to my application and we're going to come down here and we're going to add a HTML section. And my section I'm going to put in is for my favorite band, INXS. So that section name will be the heading. And then I want to come down here and I'm going to switch over to HTML so that what I'm entering in now is the actual HTML code that is the same as we put on websites. So I want to first of all put an image to my favorite band. So I'm going to go to Google and turn off my zoom, and we want to go to images in Google, or just after you've searched, you can change to the image search. So I want to search for INXS. And I want to do a safe search here because I want to reuse this in my program. So the search tools button here, we changed the usage rates and labeled for non-commercial reuse. So that's important because if we don't pick images that are able to reuse, then we're infringing on copyright, and we don't want to do that. So let's take a look at what those images look like. And I want to use the Kick album image art. So I click on it. And then here I can right click and copy the image URL. So you may have a slightly different thing that your browser says, but you want the URL or the address of the image. And then I can go back to my app and I'm going to right click and paste that in. Now I have to put that, tell the browser that I want it to not just say the URL, I want it to go and fetch the image. So that's the image tag that we learned about before. We have image, and I need to zoom so you can see what I'm doing. I've typed image, source equals, and then some quotes to start. And I go to the end, close my quotes, and then I'm going to close my tag with a slash and a greater than sign. So that should now show me an image. And the next thing I want to do is put a link to the band. So I want to do that in a heading. And I'm going to put a link to a Wikipedia article here so that when someone clicks on it, it will take them to Wikipedia. So I do a H1 tag. I'm going to start with a H1. And then I'm going to go and find my link that I want to put in. So I go to a link that I've already found before. It's the track listing. So I can right click on that and I want to copy the link address. Again, that's the URL for the page or the destination. That's how web pages find each other. It's the same as the URL you type into the URL bar. And my link is actually just going to point to the names of the band songs in the INXS album. So you can see that's the page that I'm pointing at. So if I go back to my app and we zoom in again here, I'm going to paste that. So now I have my link, and I want to put in an A tag. An A is for anchor, or to make it actually create a link. So I do an A, and the keyword here is href. So href is just telling it which link to go to once you click on it. So I do A, href equals, and then a quote. And at the end of it, inside of here, track listing, before I close my H1 tag, I need to close my quotes, and then I need to close my anchor tag and give it a description. So this is going to be INXS Kick songs. And then I close my anchor tag with a less than /A. So you can see I've got my H1 tag and then an A tag, and I close out my A tag and the H1 tag. So HTML, you always have to close out anything you open, and we've added in just the attribute href for our anchor. So I'm going to confirm this, and now I can see that I have my INXS HTML tag as the last one, and if I swipe this to the right, you can see that's my INXS page, which has the Kick songs for me. So that's how we can add a little more custom HTML to our application. Enjoy and see what you can find for adding HTML.